Is there a way to make our drying rivers flow again? That's a question that I want all of you to answer at the end of my presentation. If you take a journey across Zambia, whether you are coming from the north, going to the south, or from the east and going to the west, a scenario that you will come across is that of dryness. The plains, the valleys, the streams that you will cross have no water. The natural vegetation looks dead, brown, pale. The grounds are dry and cracked. Small rivers have no water. Bigger rivers have depleted amounts of water. This is serious. This is a negative effect of climate change. What could have caused this? Of course, over time, our rainfall pattern has changed. The normal rain season in Zambia used to start in October and end in April or May with sufficient amounts of rainfall. But this is no longer the case. The case now is the rains would come early and end early with less amounts of water. The rains would come late and end early with either a lot of water constricted in a small period of time. Sometimes in parts of the country, it would not actually come. And this has compromised the underground water source. Now, if the underground water table is compromised negatively, then life is lost. Trees will dry, grasses will dry, rivers will dry, and that is the case. Now, if you are traveling from southern province, coming to Lusaka, as you reach Pemba, south of Pemba, there is a source of a river there. But you would not know that this is a source of a river, River Magoy. When you come near Ramazabuka, you cross it, and you will find patches here and patches there. And it even loses the title of a river. This is serious. Now, yet the rains come. When they come, they will come with water. And when the rains go, the water also goes away. In 2020, Mutama-Bweengwa Water Users Association, with the support from GIZ and the European Union, did embark on a project. This project was designed to harvest water and percolate it down. It was called Catchment Protection Measures. Now, in Pemba, southwest of Pemba, there is a place called Chilundu. Not Chirundu, Chilundu. And near that school, there was a valley, or there is a valley, which was very much degraded. And this project identified that area and wanted to restore it. And so, we took this project to that area. Project of harvesting water and percolating it down to improve the underground water source. So the measures were four. One, soil bands. A soil band is a trench. A trench which is measuring 5 meters, 50 centimeters, and 50 centimeters deep. And this is put across the valley, so that when the rains come and when the runoff moves, it traps some of these waters. And a soil band of that measurement can harvest 1,500 liters of water. The project did 3,500 of those. Now, if those would get filled up in a single downpour during the rain season, then you are assured of harvesting 5,250,000 cubic liters of water. And all this water would not run away. It would be forced to percolate down to add to the underground water table. So we did that. Apart from that, we did trenches. A trench is also a harvesting structure. It's a measure of harvesting water. And this trench is actually constructed or dug on the slopes of the valley, to capture the runoff from the slope as the water moves towards the valley. And a trench is 3 meters in length, 1 meter in width, and 1 meter in depth. When filled with water, it can hold 3,000 liters of water. Now, the project did 350. And if on a single downpour, they are all filled with water, you would harvest 1,050,000 liters of water. And this water would equally be percolated down. In fact, the other name for a trench is a percolation pond. So they percolate the water. They sink the water down. And all this water would go down to the underground water source. And if this one continues, then we are bound to improve the underground water. And if this one is improved, then the moisture content of the soils around that place would actually improve. Hence, the livelihood of the natural vegetation and other things. In that gully, in that valley, there were gullies. There were actually 5 gullies. But there was one stubborn gully that was developing very quickly and causing a lot of destruction. So we thought of taking care of that. by constructing a check dam. In the project, we constructed 2 check dams using gabion boxes. Now, the purpose of a check dam is not to harvest water, but to harvest soil that is being eroded. Apart from that, a check dam is constructed across this gully to impede, to reduce the speed of flowing water. And once this speed is reduced, the amount of erosion would reduce. Apart from that, the other use of a check dam is actually to bury, naturally to bury the hollow place created out from the erosion. Now that was done. 2 check dams were constructed. Apart from that, we planted trees and grasses. The number of trees that we planted were 7,680, out of which 5,376 thrived and survived. These are beautiful trees. They are big now. Some of them are taller than some of you and me. Now, did we achieve something from this pilot project, which started in 2020, October 12th? Did we? Yes, we did. What did we achieve? Well, number 1, the pasture. This was a degraded area. It was bare when we started. But if you go there now, wow, there's tall grass. Some of it sprouting. Beautiful area now. It looks lively. So that's an achievement. It's a good result. Number 2, the gully. That was 3-point-something meters deep, is now 1 meter above the level. That means we have buried 3 meters already. This is a good result. It's a beautiful result. Eventually, this gully would be a useful piece of land again that could be used for gardening and other things. Another achievement is the general moisture content in the valley. Where there were cracks, where there was dust all over, there's no longer dust. There are no longer cracks because the moisture content has improved, meaning that the water table over the period of 3 years. By the way, on 12th October, 2 weeks from now, this pilot project will be 3 years old. But it is a baby, it's still a baby. And you can't expect the results of that nature to come out from such a baby pilot project. But it is yielding, it's giving birth to positive results. Another result is the collection of water. Is there a way to make our rivers flow again? Yes, because there is now water. There's water. The communities are coming to these ponds in this gully to draw water for domestic use. Their animals are coming to take a drink. There's food already there. After they have chewed grass, they would come down the valley, down the gully, and take a drink. So that is a success story. And the final result is that when we started, it was difficult to drill a borehole and find water. But now, it's wonderful. The boreholes are yielding. They have a lot of water, and there are gardens around all over. This is another success story. Now, if from a small pilot project like this one, we could get these beautiful results. The results are seen, they are tangible, and they are real. If we can get them from a small project of this nature, what can we do then to replicate this initiative, this innovation? What can we do to continue putting water in these gullies, putting water in our small streams, putting water in our drying rivers? The work lies with you. Lies with you. It is your question to answer. Why should you answer this question? Because you are a victim of climate change. It is only together, it is only all of us, it's only together that we can win. Thank you very much.